G'day everyone. Probably can't tell, but it's all cloudy and dull and stormy out there. Big storm's coming later this afternoon, which means it's the middle of winter. And what does the middle of winter mean? Well, for me, it means cutting time. So we're going to make some blueberries. Well, we're going to grow some blueberry plants. I suppose that's what it means. But the cooler weather for us is a good time to be getting the blueberry cuttings in. And I had a look at a fella by the name of Castree? I think I've got his name here. But I'll link to his YouTube channel. Interesting chat. But he's a real horticulturist, unlike me. And I'm pretty much following his instructions, but with a few little changes that suit me and that I found on the interwebs. So, what are we going to do? The really important things are, first of all, we have nice clean tools. Now, I clean these and sterilise them with isopropyl alcohol. Only reason I do this is because I have lots of it from my mushroom growing. So, if you don't have it around, just mix up some metho and water, about 80% metho, 20% water, according to most people, and give it a bit of a spray or a wipe down with it. But that kills all the naughty things, the baddies on there. I don't know if you can hear it, but we've got the baddies being chased by police just down the road. Good old inner city living. So, we've got our nice clean secateurs. What are we going to do next? We're going to get some semi-hardwood. That's the best to be using for this sort of cutting. And we're going to be growing them in these nice little silicon bottom tubs that I got from Temu for free because the tray broke. Let's go and have a look at the blueberries. And we're going to get a couple of different varieties, making sure we label them so we know which ones we're growing in which pot. So let's go and get some. Now, this is my Biloxi, I think. Biloxi, which is quite a nice blueberry. We can see that it's got some new growth on it, somewhere around up here. So we don't actually want that. And we certainly don't want this. This is the hardwood. So we don't want that. You can see it's really hard. So we're going to take, let me see, this one. We're just going to cut them off. We'll do the proper trimming later on. We can see it's soft, but it's not springy. I'll do a couple of these ones. The Biloxi. Looking for some more semi, preferably ones that we would cut off anyway. Like this one. And that will do for our Biloxi. Right, I'll cut some more off my others, like the Sunshine Blue. I think that's a Sunshine Blue. Yes, that's a Sunshine Blue. So we'll do it now because you can see the difference in the hardwood. This has got some that really need trimming off. And we can, from this one, you can see that that's semi-hard. We'll actually take it from quite a distance down. And we'll do, that's the hardwood back here. So we'll actually take it from there. And that will do for my Sunshine Blue. We'll do the rest later on. Keeping them in separate hands. So this is Biloxi, Sunshine Blue. Let's go back. The first thing we're going to do is fill these up with some seed raising mix. Now we're using seed raising mix because we don't want too many nutrients in there. We want root growth. All right, so there we go. Plenty of room in there for watering. These are really well draining, so that's good. And in the trays, they will drain into the bottom as well. We need to get our cutting hormone. This is the one for softwood and semi-hardwood cuttings, which is exactly what we've got here. And now we need to actually make our cuttings. So, let's get one of these. Look at all the flowers on it already. So we're not going to keep the flowers on there because they will drain it. We need to make a cut just below one of the nodes. So here's a node, a 45-degree angle, and we take all the leaves off. Now I'm going to cut this very top bit off because it's too soft and fleshy. and that leaf isn't very good. And just leave that half a leaf. And you can see we've got a bud. We've just cut a 45-degree angle just below it. Let's come in and have a look. Here we have our pot. We'll get our little dibble we got for nothing from Temu. Make a nice deep hole in there. And shake up our rooting hormone. We dip him in, like so. Get a good coating on it. Then we gently drop him into that hole. Now we can actually put a lot of them in here, and I'm going to, and then use some of these others for raspberries. But I will label all these. So let's try another one. Okay, that's a bit hard, but we'll give him a shot anyway. Cut him off 45 degrees, just below the node. Take our leaves off, and we'll just chop that. It's in half. And there we have it. Make another hole. Dip it in. And in it goes, so we don't push all of our rooting hormone off. So I'm going to continue filling this up, and we'll come back and have a look when I've done them all. We've got our cuttings all in now. I'll do a bit of a summary on what was there, just in case we missed some. There they are, quite a few in each one. But that's fine, not all of them will take, and they're easy to separate later on. So I've got the other one to label, which is my vitality. So we've got our vitality in as well. Saw how we put a couple of those in earlier on. There's probably half a dozen to 10 in each of these little pots, which is fine. They're going to be nice and easy to separate anyway. I've done 3 of the 4 or 5 varieties that I've got, but that's okay, that's enough for me at the moment. I will do some more cuttings in a minute with my raspberries, because I really want to get some more raspberries growing. And we'll put them in a nice, safe place to hopefully grow. Now, they will take around 3 months or so before we know whether they've taken or not. I'll probably leave them a bit longer than that and not plant them out until after summer. So maybe 6 months. Let them get really established, but I'll separate them first. So the thing we've got to remember is clean your implements, sterilise them. Make sure you've got no bugs on them. I'm going to spray these with some insecticide, and I'm also going to spray them with a little bit of antifungal spray, because we do have a bit of a problem here with fungal diseases. So we'll make sure that doesn't get on. And I did notice some scale on the cuttings earlier on, so I better spray all of them. Softwood and semi-hardwood. We've taken the semi-hardwood cuttings, we've cut it at 45 degrees below, just below one of the buds, stripped most of the leaves off and cut the remaining leaves in half to reduce the water stress on them. Used our dibble to poke a hole, dip them in the Clonex, put them about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, 25 to 35 millimeters, I suppose, deep, which is how deep you've dipped them in the Clonex. And we just leave them. I'm going to put them into the greenhouse so that they stay nice and warm and nice and wet, and I can keep an eye on them, and we'll see how they go. Well, there they are. Hope you like that. Really easy to do. Hopefully we'll have some success, but we won't know for 3 months. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon to find out if this worked. Enjoy life. Catch you in the garden.